Alright everyone, welcome back for another video. In this one I want to talk about my Beastmaster class. I want to show you some fights in PvP against the tanks and other DPS of my level, I would say, to see the efficiency of that build. One thing right before, you're gonna see that, you're gonna notice that during the battles, but I really do feel like the Flame Spirit is not made for that class. It was working well on my Warbringer build, but maybe in some situations, no, in fact this is wrong. It is working well against the tanks, because they deal less damage than DPS classes, and so you have time to kill that Guardian multiple times, maybe 2 times sometimes. Against the DPS, I can kill the Guardian sometimes, but more often, I am dying before killing the Tide Spirit, and in that case, the Tide Spirit is way better because it's offering more stats during the battle and a lot of damage resistance. So I really do feel like if I had the Tide Spirit for that class, it would work better. You are going to see that during the battles, guys. So if I go to summon here, I am saving everything I have in preparation of a big summon to have another Red Guardian. I don't remember how many I need to summon if I want to have a Red Guardian. Probably 3,000. I don't know. Maybe I will have to wait 2 more months. It is okay. I'm gonna wait. You know? I'm gonna try to have the Tide Spirit, and I'm gonna do some comparison between the two. But for now, I need to wait and be very patient, guys, alright? So, without further ado, let's check my stats, let's check a bit of my gear, and then let's get in battle directly, you want? So, crit resistance at 3000%, so against the DPS, this is very nice, alright? Against the tanks, we don't care about that. About the rest, ignore counter, I don't have a lot. Maybe I should try to increase that amount, and it's probably the reason why I'm dying against Warbringers. Ignore counter, ignore combo, I have 40%. Ignore evasion, I have a lot. The reason is, if I want to beat some tanks, I'm using a specific build with a mount that is increasing my pal ignore evasion in function of the ignore evasion I have on my own character. Basic attack multiplier, 5000%, and for the rest... What the hell is that? I don't have a lot of resistances, only 10% combo damage res. Yeah, this is the build I am using to beat tanks, right? So this is normal, in fact. I'm going to switch my build later to beat other classes. Pal damage, 3500%. Then I have a lot of Pal Inspire, less than 5000. So it is not that great. Ignore Pal Inspire, I have some. Ignore Block, 1800. I'm not even sure if it is working on a Pal class, though. I got 1600 block and ignore pal res. Yeah, this is what I have right now. 22% damage resistance, and these are my main stats, right? So really quickly, these are my souls. Can still upgrade the pal crit damage right here and right there. Then I have the legendary affix on both these souls. If I go on the scrolls, this is what I am using right now. So more of my stats into the attack. Then I have some HP and pal damage balanced. If I go on the ancient, guys, I worked a lot on that. So I have 1 set of crit resistance and 1 set of 2 sets of pal damage. On this one I have I maxed out my pal crit damage, so 164%. Here it is almost maxed out, but I have some extra skill damage resistance because I was lazy on the last proc. Pal crit damage 125%, here 162%, 150%, 165%, 66. Pal damage res, crit resistance, and here pal damage. It would have been better if I had a skill damage resistance, I guess. I don't know, I'm gonna continue working on that. About the rest, the prayer statue here is maxed out. I can have just a few more stats, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm sitting on 2, 3, 6%, 7%. So it is almost maxed out, alright? I'm not gonna show you the feathers, probably, if you want to. I don't have a lot of resistances. I maxed out my damage everywhere on the right and on the left. I have the wounds on both these trees, and then I maxed out my attack and my attack speed and stuff like that, alright? And my ignore evasion. For the items, this is what I am gonna use, alright? Pal crit and pal combo on every single piece of gear. I'm using these skills and these pals to max out my damage. Everything to increase the damage of my pals right here. My main stat as well, and for the rest I'm using these items when I want to beat some DPS classes, and for the rest I'm using that for to beat tanks. This is what works the best, right? That's artifact. This is what I am using to beat tanks. We are going to see the efficiency of that in a moment. These are hero cards, and for the avian, this is the what I am using right now. No speeding, loss of control to increase my power crit damage. This one to increase even higher my power crit damage. You know what? It would be even better if I had another purple here, and if I had another purple instead of pile damage, but I can't manage to get that, so this is what I am using right now. But it can be way better, keep that in mind. I don't know if it is going to make a big difference though. Okay guys, so let's get in battle, PvP, let's try to beat Serio, a very strong Sacred Hunter, 5000 billion HP. Dude, this is overkill. Let me check the other stats, by the way. Pal resistance at 2300, ignore Pal Inspire 1800, and he has a lot of block, no, only 1600. And what about the rest? Pal damage res 62%. Okay, so without further ado guys, let's see how it performs in battle. First a try against the tanky Sacred Hunter. So I can start the battle with a few damage, which is pretty nice. And as I told you, I have time to kill his Guardian one time at least. And now I'm gonna die. Oh, I have the Chrono Artifact though, so I'm still alive for now. I wanna have time. I had time for the Blitz Assault, but I'm gonna die right after that. I proc the Chrono Artifact on him, so this is not bad. Don't get it wrong. This is not bad, but it is way less efficient than my Warbringer build. So maybe if I have a better Avian, maybe it is gonna work better, but I'm not even convinced about that. So this is the best I can have against the tank. So if I want to try against a DPS class, I need to switch my build. This one, so I have some resistances everywhere, which is gonna be better. I need to work on my attack. I still have a few things to increase. Gonna increase my HP right here to 30. Gonna increase my defense right here. My defense right there. I'm gonna put some more into the HP here maybe. Yeah, let's do that. And then okay, so this is what I have. And if I check my stats again, ignore counter 41%, ignore combo I have none. Pretty interesting though. What about the rest? Combo damage raise 50%, counter damage raise 46%, skill damage raise 42%, pile damage raise 67%, right? So this is what I have right now. And I forgot to show you right before, guys, the stats of my pals. 89% crit, 89% crits, 108% combo, crit damage 8700, so this is very high, and 75% ignore evasion, but in battle they have more than that, depending on the build I am using, right? I need to change the items I'm running, so instead of that I need to use the China mount, and for the rest I'm using the same. So let's get in battle. Very strong Warbringer in front. He has the same power as my character, alright? This is not his true power. He has a 230 million. I don't know if I can see his real stat over here. 2000% crit resistance. What about the pile damage res? Pile damage res right here, 65%. So this is very high. Pile resistance 1400, this is not that high. Ignore Pile Inspire 1600, 25% damage res. Alright. Alright. Let's try the battle. You're gonna see I'm dying very fast, guys. Start of the battle. Blitz Assault. Can start dealing some damage. Interesting, guys. It was close. I wasn't expecting that. It is better than I was expecting, guys. It was super close. What if I try against a strong mage now? If I remember, she has a build. Alright, she lowered her counter damage res. She had a build with 100%. Very nice. What about the pile damage res? 76%. What about the rest? 6,666 spears. Very nice number, dude. Pile resistance 1700, ignore pile inspire close to 2000. Alright, let's go. Let's see how it goes against the mage. Pretty sure I'm gonna die very fast. Don't have a lot of skill damage res. And the mages are destroying my Warbringer, so I guess that it is gonna do the same. Right here. So I was able to beat the Tide Spirit, but now a second salve of skills, it is gonna destroy me. So I have the Blitz Assault, very nice, but now I'm dead. Cheat amount? Wait, what? I was able to win that? Dude, I wasn't expecting to win that. Think that I fucked up with my builds. When I tried to beat DPS classes, I think I had the wrong build. Like, the build I was using to beat tanks, so of course it wasn't working. I had no resistance at all. Dude. Dude. So can I try against a strong Plume Monarch? Do I have one somewhere? Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty weak, like 200 million power. Yeah, 200 million. I need to change my build to beat these players, though. I need, if I want to beat a Plume Monarch, I need to use the Disarm instead of the Smoke Bomb here. And change that relic right here and use that to increase the duration of the Disarm. If I want to beat a Plume Monarch, this is how it works. So I can start dealing some damage before them. Let me check. You have a pretty good one, but less power than me. But yeah, this is the only one I can try against. Gonna purchase an extra ticket, guys. And let's get in battle. Let's see how it goes. What happened? I took no damage. This is the wrong build. He's using a Beastmaster class. Alright, whatever. So guys, I'm gonna continue working on that class and do way more tries. But yeah, this is not that bad for now, but it is a bit worse than my Warbringer build for now. But probably because of the Avian, I guess. Once I will have the 3 purple affixes here, it should be way better. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below, guys. Have a really nice day. That was Actar. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.